Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'll be explaining this impact of MDD on your social life, or the impact of MDD in your relationships, and why it leads to social isolation. Because what I've really seen most people write in forums or in the surveys I've done is people actually who do these who experience maladaptive daydreaming actually don't have like much real friends in their real lives, and they have most of their friends in their imaginary world. So why does this happen? How does MDD really lead to social isolation? Also, even when your daydreaming is not maladaptive, maybe it's just excessive or immersive, it can still lead to social isolation. So I'm going to explain why. Actually, the first instance is MDD leads to social isolation because of your preoccupation with your daydream. It's because instead of spending time with your friends, time with your family, time with those people you care about, you spend so much time with these people in the imaginary world. And so, logically speaking, if you spend people with people, if you spend your time with people in an imaginary world, the expense of the people in this real world, like let's say if your friends are calling you, let's say they want you to go out with you, but then you just feel that it's better for you to spend time in that daydream. Of course it will lead to social isolation, because your friends will feel that you are not reliable enough and you're not creating time for them. So that's the first instance. The second instance is difficulty concentrating. So most adaptive daydreamers actually may struggle focusing or being interested in the activities which bring people together. Let's say if it's playing a video game or just chatting with friends. So because of this lack of focus, because when they focus, you might tend to drift to this imaginary world. So because you can't really focus so much on the activities the friends are engaged, your friends or your family are engaging in, everyone will develop this disinterest in you. They'll feel that you're boring, you are not energetic enough to give your all your energy to that friendship. So what happens is people start distancing themselves from you, and that's why it leads to social isolation. The third reason is reduced motivation. So for a maladaptive daydreamer, you may lose this motivation to build new friends, because building friendship, building relationships needs work. You might have to go for dates, you might have to show up for their events, you might have to really put your energy to them, and sometimes you might get rejected. Some friends may make you angry, but it's still part of this journey of real life friendship. So because it can be it can be draining forming these friendships in real life, you would prefer forming friendships in this imaginary world where at least you are in control. You are in control of the friends you want, you are in control of the characters you create, or of the vivid scenarios you create in your mind. So you'd rather make these friends in your own mind than make real friends. So when you have this reduced motivation of building friends in real life, of course you'll find yourself being isolated. Now, what happens is the moment you become isolated, the moment your MDD exacerbates or your MDD amplifies. This is because, like, when people move away from you, you tend to lack emotional support. So your MDD made you to be isolated from your family and friends. But now what happens is the moment you get isolated, it's like a feedback loop. Like, you will not have the people to ask for emotional support or to ask for even any physical help. And when you don't really have the people you can seek advice from, or you can seek emotional support from, knowing that we are social beings, of course you'll be stressed, you'll have more anxiety. And when you have more anxiety, what happens? You end up going back to that dream world. So MDD leads to social isolation. And once you get isolated, that isolation amplifies your MDD. That's why, like, the best thing to do is always tend try to manage your MDD. You are daydreaming before it's too late, before it's uncontrollable. Try to really, even if you have the urge to daydream, at least allocate some time for your friends, allocate some time for your family, allocate some time for these real life connections. Because if you don't allocate the time for real life connections, you will get stressed every time you get out of that daydream, and you will also find yourself being excessively addicted to this daydream to the point that it ruins all your real life relationship. So hope you found that informative, guys. Of course, if you have any questions, you can send me a message on Facebook and I try to clarify it with you. Until next time, have a nice day.